Hello, Incredible One. Darnyelle A. Jervey here with your weekly Incredible Factor tip. And this week's tip actually comes to us based on a question that we received on www.askdarnyelle.com. And just before I even answer the question, I just really quickly want to thank you guys so much because you're sending in some amazing questions. And I'm so delighted to answer them to help you to get the solutions that you need to grow your small business. And again, if you have a question that you've not yet answered, don't be afraid. You can even submit the question anonymously. Send it in to us so that we can answer your question and help you to get the results that you desire. So now on to this week's question, and I want to read it so I get it right. How many other topics, in addition to your signature talk, should you have when speaking, and can they be interchangeable to use as seminars, workshops, keynotes, etc.? So it's a great question, and I'm excited to answer it. So first and foremost, let me say that while I can't tell you how many you should have, you can have as many as you would like, quite honestly. But here are my recommendations. Number one, you want to make sure that the talks that you do are congruent to the subject matter that you are an expert for. So what I mean is you want to make sure that whatever you represent on your website or in a brochure and your speaker one sheet are topics that are all surrounded by what it is you want to be known for or your brand. The reason why I recommend that you do that is because you don't want meeting planners or decision makers to be confused by your brand. You want it to be really clear to them how you serve the world, how you will impact their members or their audiences so that they can see you as the only solution to the transformation that is needed for that particular audience. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you ensure that your talk your talk topics or titles are deep and wide. And what I mean is that they run the gamut. They run a broad range across your area subject matter. Now, the other topics that you come up with when you're doing general motivation or empowerment or you're telling your story, of course, you want to have those as well, but they're going to be in the background so that when someone contacts you and asks you to speak at their event, you can talk and learn a little bit more about their event by asking a couple of questions about the theme and who else is speaking and what they're talking about to determine if you want to tell them about one of those other talks that you have available. Because what will happen if you're anything like me is, I've spoken for many companies and they have me customize presentations. You'll be able to take those presentations and repurpose them and reuse them for the other audiences that you're working with. And should your talks be interchangeable? Absolutely. When you're getting started, you're going to build a talk that's anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes. And that is probably going to be primarily content with a little bit of experiential exercises to really help them to understand that you understand their challenge and their problem. As you take and look at the content of that talk and want to build it out a little bit more so that it can become a seminar or a workshop or even a longer keynote or a breakout session, you want to look to add more experiential exercises that are going to move your audience members to the form of transformation you want for them to gain in spending time in your space. And so that can look like a lot of different things, but you basically take your core content, you spread it out over time with experiential exercises and allow the audience to intermingle with each other and synergize and mastermind, and you've got a well put together workshop. So it becomes very easy from that basic signature talk. And I also just want to share really quickly, this is a bonus tip or strategy. Keep in mind that your signature talk titles come from your signature system. So once you have put together your 3, 5, 7, 9, or at the most 10-step system, each one of those steps in your system is its own system or its own talk title that you can offer amazing content and bring people to the form of a transformation in. So keep that in mind as you build out your talk titles. Again, only highlighting 3 to 5 of them on your website because I want you to appear like the expert and rock star that you are. This has been Darnyelle A. Jervey with your weekly Incredible Factor tip, answering your questions from www.askdarnyelle.com. Submit your question because I can't wait to answer it for you. Be better, be stronger, and anything, and more than anything, you guys, be incredible. Take care. Bye-bye.